All right, so the debate that's going on right now is that Andy Reid is a greater coach and the greatest of all time over Bill Belichick. Now, for a long time, the large majority of people believe that Bill Belichick was the greatest coach of all time, and he rightfully deserves that title. But the door, however, is open for Andy Reid to be able to take it. Andy Reid is not some slouch. He has the cachet, he has the resume to really be right behind Bill Belichick right now. And he has the quarterback that Bill Belichick at the current moment doesn't have to continue on his legacy that Andy Reid could potentially surpass Bill Belichick. So I am in the camp that Bill Belichick is the greatest of all time, but it is not too far fetched to say that he will be surpassed. So before we get into this content right here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell for more New England Patriots news, and like this video as well. Now, Michael Vick is the one who was responsible for starting up this conversation when he was on Tyreek Hill's podcast, talking about how Andy Reid went to 4 to 5 NFC Championship games in a row, won 2 Super Bowls, and he believes, obviously, Michael Vick played for Andy Reid. Andy Reid gave him an opportunity after he got out of prison for the dogfighting situation. So Michael Vick feels indebted to Andy Reid, and I don't blame him for that. And I also don't blame him for having this take on this, but a lot of people are disagreeing. A lot of people do agree. Let's get into this here. It says Fox Sports One's personalities, Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright, recently posed the question, each believing the Kansas City Chiefs leader could have the edge if he wins a couple more Super Bowls. The dreaded Belichick needs Tom Brady argument is seemingly alive and well, being used to make this a competitive race to head coaching mountaintop. Now, I agree with that. The more and more, the longer that Bill Belichick continues to either miss the playoffs or underperforms in the regular season without Tom Brady, the more of a glaring light gets shined on him and his record without Brady, which is not that good to say the least. Now, he didn't do his legacy any favors last season when he put the offense in the situation that he put them in. So he is a direct person that is responsible for this dimming light being shined on his career right now, even though I still feel that he is the greatest coach of all time. And I think a lot of people, because of the last couple of years, because of Tom Brady, that reset that you have to find the quarterback, to realign yourself, to get your footing back up under you. I think people are more harsh on him because of all the scandals that we had. But however, that's just what it comes. That's the cost you got to pay to be the boss. So we'll see what it continues on. Let's see what Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright have to say about this.
NBA and NFL coaches, the legends, Red Auerbach, Don Shula, Belichick, Walsh, Phil Jackson, usually somewhere in their 40s or their coaching prime, they land a legend, Popovich, Duncan. And at that point, they become legends, and then 60, 70, maybe they get old. Andy Reid's different.
He's about to go into this. Andy Reid, this is what I want to say about this. Andy Reid, this is why the door is open. He did it with Donovan McNabb. He's doing it with Patrick Mahomes. He's done it with, I believe, Alex Smith. Andy Reid is capable of taking any quarterback and making them an even better quarterback. Now, that's not to say that none of those guys have had any talent, but the reality of the situation is Patrick Mahomes is by far the greatest of the talent that he has ever had, and obviously that puts you in a different stratosphere as it pertains to being a head coach. But Andy Reid has showcased that he is the one responsible when it comes to offense and being able to put quarterbacks in positions to be able to win.
He was really good, but didn't get Mahomes until year 19. Belichick got Brady in year 6. And I believe if Andy, health permitting, coaches 6 more years, 6, and wins 2 titles, though he won't have as many as Bill, his
you're
coaching,
speaking my language now.
Coaching tree will be better, not tied to one.
Obviously, Nick Wright is very, very biased, but this is one of the takes where I kind of agree with him. I'm not going to disagree with him. I don't think it's really being biased. I think he is speaking on the facts, but he is showcased to be a very biased person when speaking about sports.
To one player, progressive, where the league is headed, that we will look at Andy and go, he was the better coach. He won 60% of his games pre-Mahomes. And that Andy just didn't get his guy, unlike the Shulas, Popovich's, Belichick. He didn't get him until year 19.
Right, and pre-Mahomes was still in, 5 conference title games, won a bunch of divisions, was always good. So you said 2 more titles. So that would put him at 4. Belichick's at 6. You know, Colin, I'm a big believer across sports that even if the alleged GOAT has 6 rings, once you get to 4 rings, you can overtake him, even if you don't quite get to counting the rings. That could be for best bat.
This is true. We can't just talk about rings being the whole barometer of the bar. We have to talk about everything else. But yeah, if Andy Reid gets to 4 Super Bowls, which is definitely possible with Patrick Mahomes, which I actually see happening, you definitely have to put him in that conversation of being better. And then you start to talk about Patrick Mahomes being better than Tom Brady. Now, talent-wise, Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady. And this is not even a discussion for this video right now, but obviously Tom Brady is going to be the most successful quarterback ever and the greatest quarterback ever. And I don't think he's ever going to be overtaken of that. But the conversation could be had if they get 2 more rings together.
Best basketball player or best NFL coach. You can pick your poison there. Here's what I truly believe. I truly believe Bill Belichick has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt he is the greatest defensive mind in NFL history. I know we don't count this on his head coaching resume, but the defense that he designed to shut down Thurman Thomas and Jim Kelly and Andy Reid and the Bills in that Super Bowl for the New York Giants, and then the defense he designed to shut down the greatest show on turf for his first Super Bowl at New England, and then the defense that he designed to shut down McVay and Todd Gurley and that Rams offense in his last Super Bowl.
So y'all get the gist of it. Bill Belichick's defensive mind versus Andy Reid's offensive mind is going to be a clash that we're probably going to be talking about for the foreseeable future as it pertains to who's the greatest of all time. The door is open for Andy Reid to take him, but he's not the greatest yet. It's still Bill Belichick. That is my opinion. I would like to know y'all thoughts on this particular topic. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see y'all in the next clip.